Spike's plane, you are cleared to land.
Hi, kids. I'm hanging out here at Warrior Canine Connection in Maryland with some of my best friends. Dogs that are being trained to be service animals to help veterans who have served our country. Check this out. I'm here with Warrior Canine Connection Service Dog Training Program Manager, Jen Blessing. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Spike.
Jen, thanks for inviting me. Who is the service dog in training next to you?
This is Wolf.
What is Wolf being trained to do?
So Wolf is being trained to assist someone who has mobility impairment and or PTSD.
Kids, I want to make sure that you know what the disabilities that Jen just mentioned are. A mobility impairment means that someone might have a hard time walking around or bending over to pick things up. A mobility disability has to do with the way someone can move. PTSD are letters that stand for post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD is something that can develop in people who go through dangerous or scary things. For example, someone who serves in the military can go through very difficult things and develop PTSD where they feel like they are reliving a bad experience or feel stress, anxiety, or like they have a hard time relaxing. Can you show some of the things that Wolf is being trained to do?
Absolutely. So one of the things our dogs can do is help someone get up if they've fallen or maybe get out of a chair. So I'll reposition Wolf here. Good, just to get him closer to me. Perfect. Here. Good. And then I'm going to tell him brace, and that's just going to give me enough support to kind of counterbalance my weight as I stand up out of the chair. Good boy, Wolf. Thank you. Another thing Wolf can help me with is picking up dropped items. So if I drop keys, wallet, a phone, he can help pick it up off the floor and bring it to my hand. Wolf, get it. Bring it here. That's it. Yes, good boy.
Kids, I also just got to meet some veterans who have just met their new service dogs. Right now, I want to show you them and tell you more about how service dogs help people who have PTSD.
Papa, come. Good boy. Good boy.
Papa and Bob are two service dogs that have just finished their training at Warrior Canine Connection and are now with their handlers who are veterans.
Good boy. Good job, buddy.
Creighton Scott is Papa's handler.
Born and raised, grew up in Houston, Texas. Been a dog lover since I was really small. Joined the Marine Corps right out of high school. Did 30 years in the Marine Corps. Retired, and now here we are today.
Creighton and Papa had only been a team for 4 days when we interviewed them. Creighton came to Warrior Canine Connection's headquarters in Maryland so they could meet and get used to each other. Part of the process of getting to know each other involves the team going out to stores together, like a supermarket and an outlet shopping center, so they can practice being around other people and do stairs and escalators together.
He's learning me, he's learning my cues and kind of what sets me off, and I'm doing the same for him this week. That's the biggest part of this week.
Papa has already been trained and knows a lot of commands like sit, how to pick up or retrieve things, help open and close a door, be a brace for someone if they need help getting up, and even can calm someone down. Remember how Spike talked about PTSD. If Creighton is feeling stressed, Papa will know. Papa may see Creighton bouncing his leg or twiddling his thumbs, which can be signs of stress. But dogs can even smell if a person is stressed. Pretty amazing.
So if I'm hyper focused on things, I tend to always be on or always on high alert, always like prepping. So him being there just kind of grounds me, and he has a couple of techniques that does that. It's called like a tactile stimulation or a touch. He can put his hand on my he'll put his head on my leg, or if I'm have my hands clasped together or twirling my thumbs, which is a stress cue, he'll interrupt that, and then he'll just come and kind of be present. And just it's weird just having when I'm driving in traffic. Traffic is one of my I guess stressors. So just driving in traffic, just having them in the car, I drive different. It's almost like having a baby in the car by being in the car by yourself. So just having them with me is like that buddy thing.
When Creighton and other handlers pet their service dog, it releases hormones or chemicals our bodies naturally produce, and that helps them relax.
For people who struggle with PTSD, going out in public is challenging. And everybody obviously has different struggles, but typically having that reliable, they call them battle buddies, next to their side is what allows them to navigate these spaces. And so by having that trusted dog, not only are they able to get themselves to go to these locations, but when stress is spiking, that dog is there for that instant stress relief.
Jen, your team does awesome work. If kids do see someone with a service dog, what is the most important thing they should know?
The most important thing is to respect the team in general. So most of the time, we want to ignore the team as if a dog is not walking around in public. But if you'd like to say hello, it's important to always talk to the person first and then ask permission if you can interact.
That's great advice, Jen. Kids, never distract a service animal. It could be dangerous for both the dog's handler and the dog. We service animals do very important jobs. When you see us in public, we are working. Jen, thanks for inviting me here today.
Yeah, see you again soon, Spike.
We'll see you soon, kids.
This was brought to you by funding from the National Institute of Disability, Independent Living, and Rehabilitation Research.